Hai, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh to Professor Dr. Raja Susana Raja Kasim and to all my friends. My name is Nur Atifah binti Muhammad Yusuf, matric number A19A0722 and my partner Nur Sahida binti Abdullah with matric number A19B0461 from Group 11. We will present our research proposal which the title Innovation and Business Model Promoting Sustainable Entrepreneurship in Economic Growth Among SME Service in Malaysia. Chapter 1, Introduction. The purpose of the research is to identify the innovation and business model promoting sustainable entrepreneurship and economic growth among SME service in Malaysia. The points that need to be included in this chapter are background of study, statement of problem, research objective, research question, significance of the study, limitation of the study, and definition of term. Statement of the problem. Research integrating economic growth, innovation, and business model promoting sustainable entrepreneurship among SME service is still sent. Many studies that have been conducted there appear to be isolation in an attempt to accelerate the efficiency and effectiveness of managing knowledge issue and in the content of the study. There is a need to align them with relevant economic growth and innovation and business model promoting sustainable entrepreneurship among SME service. Hence, is achieve a fit between element of economic growth and innovation and business model promoting sustainable entrepreneurship. There is dire need to explore the level each of the problem. Next is research question. The following research question provide more detail the issues that are focus of the study. 1. What level of innovation and business model promoting sustainable entrepreneurship in Malaysia? 2. What level of economic growth has been perceived among SME service in Malaysia? 3. Is there a relationship exists between innovation and business model promoting sustainable entrepreneurship and economic growth among SME service in Malaysia? Research objective. The objective of the study is to examine innovation and business model promoting sustainable entrepreneurship and economic growth among SME service in Malaysia. More specifically, the study attempts to 1. To determine level of innovation and business model promoting sustainable entrepreneurship among SME service in Malaysia. 2. To determine level of economic growth among SME service in Malaysia. 3. To examine is a relationship exists between of innovation and business model promoting sustainable entrepreneurship and economic growth among SME service in Malaysia. Hypothesis. There is a relationship exists between innovation and business model promoting sustainable entrepreneurship and economic growth among SME service in Malaysia. Chapter 2, Literature Review. This study describes the relationship between innovation and business model promoting sustainable entrepreneurship and economic growth pursued by the type of SME service in Malaysia. This chapter literature review on 3 issues in elaborating the above relationship. 1. The definition of between innovation and business model promoting sustainable entrepreneurship and economic growth. 2. The development of innovation and business model promoting sustainable entrepreneurship and economic growth among SME service. 3. The relationship between innovation and business model promoting sustainable entrepreneurship and economic growth among SME service.
The purpose of this study is to examine the innovation and business model promoting sustainable entrepreneurship SME in Malaysia. There are 2 key components in this theoretical framework. This study is a relationship between the dependent variable and independent variable, which is nature challenge SME service. The independent variable for our research is innovation and business model promoting sustainable entrepreneurship. Detail in independent variable is sustainable entrepreneurship practice, sustainable orientation, and intellectual capital. While the moderating variable is the type of SME value, the dependent variable is economic growth. Chapter 3, Methodology. Methodology can be described in words, and the survey process indicates the type of process or method that must be performed to achieve the goal. Research design. Since the main aim and purpose of this study is to identify level and the nature of certain relationship, particularly between innovation and business model promoting sustainable entrepreneurship and economic growth pursuing SME service in Kelantan, Malaysia, the researchers choose the descriptive correlational as the appropriate design of this study. Sampling frame. The types of SME list in the directory of the Department of Statistics Malaysia will be abstract from service sector of SMEs in Kelantan represent the sampling frame for the present study. Population. Based on the information that was provided by Department of Statistics Malaysia 2021, the population for the study are total of 377 who own sector service in Kelantan, Malaysia. Sample. The sample are representative of the SME service organization selected from the list of Department of Statistics Malaysia 2021. 377 people extract from SME service sector in Malaysia. Sample size. Based on cohort, the larger the sample size, the smaller the error and the greater the precision of the results. In determining the sample size for a finite population, 377 sample size been chosen among of 2,864 sample who establishment in the sector service in Kelantan. Sampling technique. The sample approach for the study will involve stratified sample strategies with service level categories. The population will be separated into elements within the population that are predicted to have varied parameters on a variable of interest in stratified sampling procedures. Instrument. The questionnaire serves as the most appropriate method of data collection for certain questions. In addition to the scope, wide areas of the population covered and the subsequent reduction in distribution bias compared to other methods, the questionnaire appears to be the most common method used by many researchers. It is the best research tool where issues for investigating have been clearly defined and the required response are unambiguous. Validity and reliability of the instrument. The reliability is the result of the instrument produced the same result throughout the course of the study without any errors that would have affected the research study conduct. The validity is the extent to which the instrument was measured according to pre-planned measurement without any errors capable of affecting the overall research study. Plan for data analysis. The data collected will be computed and analyzed using the SPSS. There will be two steps to data analysis. Before using any specific statistical procedures to evaluate the data, the first stage of analysis involves undertaking exploratory data analysis to investigate the data. For each respondent, the raw score, average score, and relative score for each of the scale will be determined for each respondent. This number will be served as the foundation for the rest of the analysis. The mean, standard deviation, and skewness across all observations for each variable as well as other statistical manipulation will be calculated. This information will be updated. External consistency will be tested using Cron-Batch alphas. The second stage involves using various statistical procedures to answer the research objective. The method employed are descriptive statistics and multiple regression analysis to measure the association between variables. To summarize, this chapter discusses the quantitative analytical approach that will be used in this study.